Zambia's geographical position provides several economic advantages. Surrounded by more than 8 countries, which accounts for border distance of 5,600 kilometers, Zambia's land-linked position avails numerous cross-border trade opportunities. For cross-border trade to thrive, corresponding infrastructure is paramount. After ratifying the World Trade Organization Trade Facilitation Agreement, Zambia and Malawi embarked on the construction of a one-stop border post, the Mwami Muchinji one-stop border post. Mwami one-stop border post was constructed at the cost of $9.1 million, while Muchinji one-stop border post gobbled $8.9 million with support from GIZ, COMESA, Trademark East Africa, World Bank, and the African Development Bank.
Development of trade-related infrastructure is key to enhancement of efficiency in cross-border trade through better coordination of border management by various agencies in facilitating clearing of goods and movement of people across borders. This is exactly what this state-of-the-art facility is aimed at doing here at Mwami Muchinji, and the large and small-scale traders alike would now be able to efficiently clear merchandise at immensely reduced transaction costs, thereby able to realize greater sales and increased incomes. At the same time, the goods will become more affordable to a greater number of households, hence improve livelihood of thousands of additional people.
We now look forward to an efficient operationalization of the border facilities that will lead to reduced time for crossing the border and increased trade flows between Zambia and Malawi. The European Union looks forward to our continued strong collaboration in the coming years. Your Excellencies, as we are merging today 2 in 1, I have a temptation to say Zikolumba, but I prefer to say still Zikomo and Twalumba. Thank you very much for your attention.
The main project beneficiaries are estimated to be over 2 million people who use the road corridor for personal travel and economic activities. It is expected that the one-stop border post will reduce truck waiting time at the Malawi-Zambia one-stop border post crossing, where we are right now, from 24 hours to 6 hours. I think when the moderator was presenting the project, she was talking about 3 to 4 hours. We really look forward to that. I think we should take lessons from the Kazungula one-stop border post that the African Development Bank also funded to use in actually implementing this one-stop border post. Let me also mention that the bank is working with governments to ensure supply and installation of state-of-the-art ICT equipment and connectivity to allow for smooth transactions at the one-stop border post.
The one-stop border post is a mirrored concept which enables persons, vehicles, and goods to only make one stop for all exit and entry formalities in the country of arrival. The objective of the one-stop border post is to improve processing efficiency in the flow of commercial and passenger traffic by eliminating duplication, to improve connectivity of countries by minimizing the dwelling time at the border, to promote trade facilitation, to enhance regional trade through blocks such as COMESA and SADC, and to reduce the cost of doing business. The state-of-the-art one-stop border post has made life easy for different stakeholders. Truck drivers who traverse between Zambia and Malawi to the rest of the region are elated by the transition from the old border post to the new one-stop border post facility.
Boda mwana imangira yankala chitandiza isita abantu isimunga ma truck drivers pa first thing atimona uku kwa ntenzo parking akudala uku kenzeka boda kangono maningi so tikabwera atenzo parking mbali mwa road parking space yako ujasenze bwino so panona tsegulira iboda manje since abantu okondwera maningi chifukwa chakuti mamotoka yathu yankala safe and there is a total security mukati muno. kupushinga mapepa siyavuta tingala tibe maningi process ijaenze kuja tu waenda ku Zambia ku Malawi wachoka ku Malawi wapo ku Zambia wachitabwanja hapa ukaenda dindisa passport ukafika wadindisa hapa waenda. So ni vintu vambili maningi vetuona vaya chilendu pali boda yanyu ani amene hapo titasha pa boda yanyu.
Even simple things like improved ablution block will go a long way for the drivers.
Paja kudala, ma bathroom, tezolipira, ma toilets, tezolipira. Of which hapa manje wanatipangira ma toilets ya musha maningi. Anytime you offer using a toilet wenda. But paja tezuvutika koke. Is an expensive kulu maningi mwangankani ya ma toilets na ma bathroom. So out yamika pali boda.
Israel Piri, who has been a truck driver for 37 years, welcomes the new one-stop border post but highlights challenges that must be addressed.
Mavuta metima kumana na ma drivers. Munga inga titienda solo kumwana inside. Problem metima vutikana na mafunika wakambila nako wauku na wauku wakambilana nako. Da machani ma checkpoint metima pita. Ya ku Malawi ya mankala ya mbili more than 20 chakuti close to 30 ndrama yonse metima tengala shin money ya kuti tikayuzinga kuti imata utipoka polisi mijira kai makala taera ya sira uenda ku blanta ya taera sira pakono ifika kujasira ione sawaya so ikaone sawaya ma checkpoint yonse bafuna ndrama palila shin money amene kana nayo timafika ku blanta ya tibe kali konse lo yodiela then uchoka ku blanta ya kwenda kuliwonde kwenda olonga fertilizer ulibe kali konse futipo bwera basamu kuchita delay wakakuimika uka 2 hours kai ulibe ndrama wapasa 3 hours pena ngogona pamene pacha ulibe kudo 2 days.
The efficiency that the new facility offers has also made work easy for clearing agents.
Coming to this new facility, which is on one roof, there's speed up of work, of which because we're in the same roof, we move from one office to the other. So much can't be said as early as I said to say we are just settling in. Yeah, but it's promising to say work will be speed up.
Apart from changing the infrastructural landscape of Mwami, the community is also reaping benefits of the one-stop border post. Married with 3 children, Jessie G's vegetable business is booming.
Amanikula, amatraka, amapakinga, amamotoka, nubwela kumanikula. Na mabosesi waki inepo komboka amagula na wewe.
Bridget Jerry is also cashing in on the one-stop border post at her busy restaurant.
Bamene bamasebenza mukati mumena ngoma officers bamabula kutigula. Most of the time kali bakalibe kusegula one border post yawe and then bakasegula tu namunga kuti vintu bingazienda buno bwino. But bamene kunaliko kwa kuti bafuna kusegula ati naona ti vintu vaendako that day. So tuona munga kuti bakasegula vintu zamba kutiendera.
Before its official opening, Zambia Revenue Authority Commissioner General Dingani Banda and his Malawian counterpart took time to tour the Mwami Muchinji one-stop border post. After familiarizing with the two facilities, the Commissioner Generals took liberty to guide the Ministers of Commerce from Zambia and Malawi. With Africa intra-trade currently hovering around less than 20%, Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry Mulenga Chipoka is of the view that the one-stop border post will enhance African intra-trade.
As a country, Zambia, we are very focused and determined to making sure that our neighbors and ourselves, we do business in an easy way. A one-stop border post is that one facility which makes it very easy to enhance trade. And I'm very glad that Malawi and Zambia, through our ministries and my counterpart, we've committed to making sure that what we are going to witness tomorrow, opening this border facility by our two heads of state, President Hakainde Hichilema and his counterpart, President Chagwera, is not just going to be an event, but it's going to be a way of life on how business should be done between the two countries. For a very long time, Africa has not done business with itself, but we want to change the narrative. Zambia and Malawi are not in competition in any way whatsoever, but complementary to each other. And this is exactly what we are demonstrating for today and generations ahead of us. So this facility that we have toured, both on the Zambian side and the Malawi side, are facilities that are not just to stand to be beautiful structures, but facilities that will change the way of doing business. And I'm very optimistic that if the Zambia Revenue Authority and their equivalent in Malawi can make sure that we use this function facilities as one-stop border posts, the investment that has been put in revenue to construct these facilities will be returned.
His Malawian counterpart feels that the two one-stop border facilities will enhance bilateral ties between Zambia and Malawi.
You know, Malawi and Zambia have been friends for a very long time, since independence and even beyond. And not only that, we have been doing a lot of trade together, particularly at the small scale level. Now, this, in my view, is going to improve the trade which already exists between Malawi. It is going to improve the cooperation, both political and economic, between the two countries.
Your Excellencies, a truck that is coming from Malawi, coming into Zambia, carrying goods, will not stop on the Malawian side. It will come and stop on the Zambian side, and we expect the driver to start with the exit formalities. They'll start with customs, Malawi customs, to clear the goods.
Before officially opening the two facilities, President Hakainde Hichilema, in the company of Malawian President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, toured the facilities and unveiled the plaques.
So the president will show you the way to do it. So we shall count at the count of 4. 1,
2, 3, 4.
There we are. Yes,
For Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, the one-stop border post will enhance trade facilitation and people movement.
I wish to reiterate a statement, my brother, that I made during the Kulamba ceremony in August 2022 at Mkaika in Zambia, that our two countries should introduce the use of national IDs as cross-border permits to enable easier facilitation and movement of our citizens. Finally, allow me to express my gratitude to the African Development Bank for credit support to Malawi and Zambia to jointly construct these magnificent buildings.
For President Hichilema, digitalization of the one-stop border post is what will guarantee efficiency.
So I would like to provide a forward definition from where we are putting it today as a one-stop border post, but actually it must move with technology, with automation, to a non-stop border post. Yes. Absolutely. So we can scan the trucks, we can scan the goods, we can scan the people miles ahead of Muchinji, Mwami.
President Hichilema also called on the two countries to address the issue of unnecessary roadblocks.
This one-stop border post is of vital importance to growing the economies of our two countries, Malawi and Zambia. The description given by the President, my elder brother President, is befitting, and those who spoke before us. But I want to advance a little bit in defining it. One-stop border post, Muchinji, Mwami, is a good description. But the reason every of these facilities you see have been put up is to ease the movement of goods, not just between our two countries, Malawi and Zambia, but the goods coming from the wider areas. Delegates, a lot has been said. I just wish to say one or two more things. Truly, that if we reduce the time that traffic, vehicular traffic, or foot traffic moves through this border, we are only solving partial problems. The delays continue. When the trucks from Zambia cross this border, limited time into Malawi, maybe there's no problem. But I want to confess, Mr. President, when the trucks cross from Malawi into Zambia, we have problems on our side which need to be unlocked. What is this? What are these? These include roadblocks. Too many roadblocks along our routes. We must attend to those. We understand the importance of security. The President and I understand that. A stable Malawi is good for Zambia. That's right. A stable Zambia is good for Malawi.
After a successful official opening, Zambia Commissioner General Dingani Banda is ready to implement President Hichilema's admonition to leverage on technology.
Going forward, we pick on the message that has been delivered to us by our leaders. Fundamentally, His Excellency President Mr. Hakainde Hichilema has emphasized that the future model that we want to see is a non-stop border post. where you don't physically stop at the structure, but processes will have been done already in the background and so forth. So for us is to ask ourselves, where are we in terms of attaining that goal? Yes, we have the physical infrastructure now, but there are key aspects that we still have to work on. These are the soft issues. We have a number of government agencies, for example, on the Zambian side. How can we make sure that we streamline the operations from maybe the 15, 16 government agencies at the border to about 5, the way our colleagues in Malawi have done it. Going forward, we want to see more streamlined processes. How can we make processes much simpler? How can we ensure that government agencies coordinate? How can we make sure that the Zambia Revenue Authority, Malawi Revenue Authority coordinate? How can we make sure that risk management is being applied consistently? So that ultimately, we should have a situation where it's like a virtual environment. You know, you're able to declare something to customs. You don't need to be at the border for it to be cleared. Through the electronic connectivity, we should be able to achieve a non-stop border post where transactions are already cleared at the border before even you arrive at the border. So for us, that's a vision. So this is not the end. Like indicated, for us, this is the beginning of much more things in terms of strategic issues that we need to address.
His Malawian counterpart is optimistic about future prospects.
What we have seen of late is that more and more consignments from South Africa and Namibia are coming through Zambia to Malawi. And it shows that there's confidence in the facilities that are offered by Zambia and Malawi. Previously, people never thought of coming through Zambia with their consignments. It's much longer, but they're saying it's longer, but more efficient, and will be able to deliver. So we are seeing that increase in traffic. And in addition, even from Europe, instead of using the traditional ports, they are now using Namibia to bring in their consignment. So it shows that there is a value from having efficient border facilities like we have.
Now that the Mwami Muchinji one-stop border post is fully functional, what next?
So 2023 is pretty much clear that there's more which ought to be done in terms of ICT connectivity. We are also doing legislative reforms. You see, for a one-stop border post to actually thrive, you need an enabling legislation which is speaking to the new issues within the trade facilitation realm. So we are actually reviewing the Border Management and Trade Facilitation Act, which is more, outdated on certain other things. So there are new provisions which we want to include in there, and those provisions are supposed to actually speak to the efficiency aspect of border agencies.
The Mwami Muchinji one-stop border post is poised to improve the economic fortunes of Zambia as espoused in the 8th National Development Plan.